Hey, good Wednesday to you all. Hopefully you had a good day yesterday. Our gospel day is from John chapter 6, verses 35 through 40. And Jesus is talking about the will of the Father. He comes to do the will of the Father. He's the bread of life who comes to do the will of the Father. And I have to admit, I kind of wrestle with that term, or have wrestled with that term, will of the Father, because I've heard it used by people, they're all worried about about particulars in their life. Is it the will of the Father? I should wear a dark blue shirt this morning. And they get caught up in, I think, worrying about it too much. Jesus says the will of the Father is that, in this segment, he says that Jesus will lose nothing that the Father has given him, that he will raise everyone on the last day, and everyone have eternal life. He'll also go on to say in other places, John 10, a couple chapters later, that he came so that people may have life. The will of the Father is that we may have life and have it more fully, and that we may be one. It's all saying the same thing. It's about us, being fulfilled as human persons. Or as a religious I heard tell me a couple weeks ago, it was a beautiful statement, that God's will is that we be happy, fulfilled people. And that's not necessarily about, do I wear this shirt? Do I wear this shirt? Do I do this and that? God's not a micromanager. I'm a micromanager, and I have to work hard at not being. But God isn't going to be concerned with that. We keep that will of the Father, that Jesus came so that we can be happy, fulfilled persons. And we work on that. And we realize that that's not going to be necessarily about the stuff that we own. But I've said many times, it's about the connections that we make. It's about how we live with others. Because if we can't live well with the others here in this life, we can't go live life well in the next. So it's about loving one another, forgiving one another, being compassionate, being merciful, being open, by listening, by being patient. All those aspects that Jesus talked about. So when we are being kind, compassionate, loving, forgiving, just as Jesus was, then we too are doing the will of the Father. So what we're doing is we're creating life. All right, so hopefully that makes sense, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.